Hello.
Yo, yo. How's it going, man?
It's going well. How are you?
Excellent. Great, thanks. All right. Go ahead and queue up. While you're in queue, we'll go ahead and take a look at your OPGG here. Have a chat about what we're gonna take a look at during the boot camp.
Sounds good.
Okay. Let me go ahead and pull up your OPGG here. All right. Looks like you're doing very well recently. Kind of killing it. What did you have in mind to work on?
Actually, I've been really hard stuck. I have been bouncing between Emerald 4 and Emerald 2, so like, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
maybe averaging Emerald 3 just
Right.
for a really long time, trying to break through to Diamond, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, just getting to Emerald 1 would be a pretty big achievement for me, I think.
Mm-hmm.
I think there are like a couple things that maybe would make sense for me to work on. One is like, I think that just trying to plan ahead more and trying to like figure out what my intention is for like, you know, team fights and stuff would be
Mm-hmm.
good. Try to just be more impactful and also just like improving the consistency of my laning. I think that like on average, I think my laning is like pretty okay, but
Mm-hmm.
I think that there's like a few times when I just like grief my level 1 randomly and stuff, and I think just trying to like avoid that, increase consistency, like basically just try to like. I think that my laning is like one of my strengths probably actually, and so getting
Mm.
that to be more consistent would be really good. And then, um,
Right.
yeah,
Yeah. Excellent. I mean, the to be completely frank with you, the formula for playing mages is really simple. You know, you have essentially winning lane, and then you have neutral objectives. You know, there's not obviously within these, there's a whole different world of complexity, but on the surface, it's not complex. You know what you're trying to achieve in the big picture, at least. Um, so getting to diamond is really about. I mean, for the most part, is really just going to be about playing well around neutral objectives. You know, your tempo, your low state usage, your communication skills. These are all like the skills that I really look for when I'm trying to help a major player get to diamonds.
got it.
Um, so that's really what I'm gonna look out for. I'm sure here you talked about laning, so I'll really make sure that we're operating at a level you need to be for this. Um, but my expectation mostly, let's say you're playing, it's a bit different on Anivia because Anivia you're a bit weaker early. You know, you're not dominating lanes similar to like a Victor Syndra Ori. But at least for these
Operating at a level
champions,
you need
I'm
to be.
looking for some amount of control. This is a really big aspect of playing mages, and this is what I call uptime. I published a video on the MLA website about this with Curtis a while ago. I'm not sure if you saw that.
I
Um,
haven't seen that one, no.
are you familiar with the concept of uptime?
Uptime is just basically, if I had to guess, it's like when you're available on the map to like help your team with stuff.
Yeah, spot
So
on.
like not
It's
overstaying
being
and like,
To go more specific, I would say it's more about your champ's
oh, also I'm
identity.
about to load into my game. I
Oh
guess
yeah,
like my queue
yeah.
kind of popped quite quickly. Maybe I
No worries. Yeah,
can,
go ahead and stream.
yeah. Let me give you my. So I'm gonna stream on YouTube. I'm trying to figure out how to send you the link. I guess I can message it to you here.
Yeah, DM me, whatever.
DM
Perfectly
you.
fine.
I just realized that I wasn't concentrating during champion select. I took the wrong runes for the Galio matchup. I thought it was Zyra.
Oh.
But that's okay.
What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and deafen you, just so if there's anything I want to say in game, I can undeafen you, but you can still focus.
Okay, sounds good.
But good luck with your game, bro.
Thank you.
Yeah, we'll talk after.
Yes.
Minions have spawned. Easily. People fear what they cannot understand. So much more. Potential is limitless. First, let them try to stop you. An enemy has been slain. An ally has been slain. The enemy double kill. A whole world to toil. Easily. I am in control. People fear what they cannot understand. They are nothing. Enemy killing spree. Enemy double kill. My potential is limitless. spree. An enemy has been slain. An ally has been slain. Slain. Destroyed a turret. fall. Killing spree. Double kill.
Oh, okay.
This power is mine to command. By force of will. Your turret has been destroyed.
People fear what they cannot.
An enemy has been slain.
More can be so much more. My potential is limitless.
An enemy has been slain. An enemy has been slain. Your team has destroyed a turret.
I am in control.
An enemy has been slain. Your team has destroyed a turret.
Easily. Let them try still.
Shut down.
This power is mine to command.
Killing spree.
By force of will. Just fools. The whole world
shit.
I am in control.
Has been slain.
Easily.
Rampage. An enemy has been slain. Rampage. Double kill.
More. I can be so much more.
Has destroyed a turret. Your team has destroyed an inhibitor. Your team has destroyed a turret. Your team has destroyed a turret. Your team has destroyed an inhibitor. Your team has destroyed an inhibitor. Your team has destroyed
Oh.
Good game, Andy.
Thank you. All right.
All right. We'll quickly get into your review, Andy, and then we'll get you back into your next game.
All right.
Can you see my screen here?
Let me pull it up. Yes, I can see it.
Perfect. So, I already kind of have a pretty good grasp of where you're struggling at the moment. You're thinking a lot about your plan is very one-dimensional. You're thinking way too much in terms of the lane without using your lull states to get calibrated and get a bigger picture for the game. That's what's happening. And there are also some like matchup issues and trading issues into Galio that we'll talk about, but it's mostly the lull states. So this is great, just getting some nice early push on the wave here. Good job queuing Galio. This was all really good. Just getting a bit of bully down onto Galio early here. We're missing some cues. Like, you know, I can see the argument for waiting for your level 2, But if Galio's just giving you free Qs here, I'd rather just like take the free Q when I can, since it's not too long a cooldown.
Yeah,
But
that
yeah,
makes sense.
this was all whatever. This was all fine. We messed up a little bit here in terms of the threat assessment. We just overstepped a little bit too much there. We ended up taking a pretty rough trade here. Already here, to be honest, I would be thinking about taking a fairly early reset for like refillable Dark Seal. It's not too bad because Galio doesn't have the most mana, but this is already where we're coming into a situation that this is now starting to be downtime, right?
Yeah.
Because we're not really controlling Galio. Galio has kind of lane control here, and we're just not really available should anything happen. But this was all whatever. We ended up killing Galio, crashing the wave, and we got our base. This is where things started to go a little bit awry. So essentially what we want to start doing now is really contesting the push, getting prio, getting some deep vision down, even potentially calling for Drake here. It's not the greatest right now because your bot needs to get a reset. But when I'm looking at this bot lane here, I know they're going to be very strong early. They're going to have a lot of prio. So Drake is definitely going to be a possibility with this kind of bot lane. So that's where I would really want to start using my lull states to identify this, right? And having a bigger player picture for the game, basically. Now, there were some issues here, like for example, just some spacing issues with the Galio. We're just walking way too far up here.
Yeah.
Disrespecting a Z. That's fine. And yeah, and then we ended up face checking him. This was not ideal. And this is where we take a base, it looks like. Oh yeah, Galio moves topside. Because of that, we just kind of lost control of him. Come back to lane. Very similar story. You know, Hero, you have your grubs coming up in 46 seconds. You have Drake coming up, and we're just not really like communicating here, which it is going to be quite important to get on the same page as your team. Now this kind of leads us into the very important part of the VOD and where the game kind of went wrong for you. So at this point now, we have our lost chapter. Galio ends up taking a reset and he TP's back. So what we need to do here is we need to instantly match the space.
To spend gold, even though I'm fully
Exactly. Spend your gold, get your lost chapter, replenish your mana. And why this ends up mattering is because now this is where, like, what you have to understand is as a mage, your impact on the 1v1 is capped. It has a soft cap. In that Galio as a champion, he has a lot of he can just have a lot of impact that a champion like Syndra can't. Do you have any champ mastery on a champion that's not a mage?
No, not really.
If you did, you would kind of really feel the difference in terms of like the amount of impact you can have on a different type of champion, like an Irelia, let's say, or an assassin, or a playmaker like Galio. Just the amount of impact that of plays you can find and things you can do. There's just so much more that you can do. They're like a multi-tool, whereas a mage is like a ratchet, you know, like a wrench, or like a very specific wrench. You know, it's like it's not great for a lot of purposes, but in one specific thing, it's the best tool for the job. You know, so you're really soft capped in terms of like winning the game through lane, because even if you do a really good job putting Galio behind, and you're neglecting these neutral objectives, or you're not playing in accordance with them, you're not gonna find the windows to have impact, because that's your window to have impact, you know? So, for example, in this game, when you've done a fine job in the 1v1, you know, you've taken some bad trades, which is fine. You've lost some prio, which is fine. It's acceptable. But this is being in this condition with grubs up is not acceptable. Right? This is the one part of the game that you can't really get away with as a mage. And this whole situation, I want you to see. Oh shit! I went too far forward here. I really want you to see how complicated this whole situation made the game. And I want you to compare it to like the alternative. So we're low HP here, we're sitting on a lot of gold, we hover over, we have no mana. We're not really able to contest Galio in the river here because of our HP. So we have to walk this weird path. We're not getting prio, so we're showing up like late to the fight. Because of our condition, we can't take this fight, and so we end up kind of losing this, right? Whereas if we had taken that base earlier, we were here, we had good condition, we could just fight these guys with Renekton, just like one-shot the Aatrox, turn onto the Galio, and this whole situation would have been averted. But now we come back, and it's still going, like Renekton's fighting, and this whole situation just gets so messy. It can go so wrong in so many different ways,
I see.
And this is all because of the uptime, the reset that we missed. We lost that control. We weren't there early at the objective. We didn't take a fight in our favor. And so, yeah, what ends up happening is this whole situation just gets out of control.
Do you think I should have gotten like tier 2 boots here, like as a way to like get, if I know I need to walk back to lane a lot and like try to just be as healthy and ready and like available as possible. Maybe like after Lost Chapter, I like try to get like Swifties or like Sorks.
You can do that, but I don't think that's necessarily needed. Like I think if you had just reset here, I think you would have been completely fine, to be honest.
Okay, I see. Yeah, all right.
But yeah, then this whole situation just gets kind of out of hand, and yeah. Alright, so we come back. This is all fine. Drake is in a minute. And again here, we're sitting on that full item, right? So what I would really want to be doing is after this wave, to be honest, I would not even really like fuck around with Galio too much here. I would just take this wave, clear it with a WQ, and instantly duck off in base here and just get my item.
Yeah, okay, I see. Yeah, I guess especially like Galio, like with Dorian Shield, whatever, it's like none of this poke actually matters. I'm not actually
we're just
anything.
Yeah, we're just wasting time, and then what's gonna end up happening is if our team is not necessarily this strong, this fight could just be 10 times harder, and then it's like I can very easily foresee these resets and this like lack of calibration having a lot of negative impact in other games where your team's not doing so well.
I see. Yeah.
Yep, we come back. I'm not really a fan of I mean, like you kind of have to do it in this case because Renekton stayed top, but I think what you could have done just to really avoid. Let me see. I guess Renekton doesn't have TP, so we're kind of forced to move into the side lane in this case, but it's not necessarily ideal. But I guess in this case, we kind of have to make do.
I think that with TP available, I think side laning is like a little bit more okay, even on a mage.
It's more okay, I would say, yeah. Especially with your top lane not having it, but it's not something that you want to. It's not ideal.
I think here because I pushed so many waves in, Galio had to respond and catch it at the
Yeah,
tier
no, this
2.
is perfect.
And then
This you played beautifully. This was perfect. I think going for tier 2 is a bit much, but I really like this movement you made. I got a bit lost there. I think you guys just overstayed for this tower. You should just never take this tower.
Yeah, I agree.
You should either reset or just go back bot. But the move mid, I love. I think you played that really well. Yeah, this is all fine. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think there's like too much to go over past this point. because the game was pretty straightforward.
Yeah.
So essentially, what I want you to do in your next game is I want you to constantly be bringing it back to what's the next neutral objective in your lull states, and this isn't just, you know, when you're silver, you can kind of get away with like using your lull states, running back to lane and that. But if you want to hit diamond, you need to be way more calibrated with the game. I like to think it in terms of like resolution for like of like a monitor, you know, like a monitor resolution, or I guess refresh rate is a better analogy. The more lull states that you use and the more information you're gathering, the better refresh rate or resolution you have for the game. You can see it more clearly, right? A silver player, they're just using a lull state every 3 minutes when they're running back to lane. They're not going to have a very accurate picture of the game. They're not going to be very calibrated in the game.
I feel like in the
If
mid
you're a
game, it's really obvious, like which, you know, there's usually just
Yeah.
only one neutral objective, and like it's really obvious like when I need to reset and spend my gold and everything.
Yeah.
And getting ready for
Everybody
those fights
says
is really
this.
easy. But then
This is the case for everybody. Everybody says this. They say in mid game I track objectives, and in mid game I communicate, and that's fine. You know, that's really good. But early game really matters. You know, first grub spawn, first trade.
yeah, what I was gonna say is early
Really
game.
matters.
It's like less obvious to me when I should like sacrifice efficiency in like in my lane in order to be available. I guess like maybe I should just try doing it all the time, maybe, but like and especially against Galio where like maybe the efficiency doesn't really matter as much.
What do you mean by efficiency specifically?
I guess like efficiency in terms of like being like selfish and trying to like, you know, get the optimal like wave crash in before I like reset and everything, and like
Right. Right.
resetting on like the perfect gold and everything. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah. Yeah. I completely agree. I think like there are a couple criteria, I guess, like that makes a good base. You know, you have like the wave. Is it a good wave state to base on? You have your resources. And Curtis and I kind of agreed that with uptime, you have your gold and etc. With uptime is just like in the mix there. And a lot of people who struggle with resets, that's really what they're missing. And uptime is very high on the list of criteria, to the point where it can like be its own reason to base.
okay, I see. Yeah, all right, that makes sense.
So just like, for example, getting, you know, if you feel like you're not in a position of control or the objective's coming up and you're not in a good position, it doesn't need to be an insane base. It's just important that you're there. You know, you're in a position to be early, to start getting prio on the waves and be there early at the objective. But I think this comes down fundamentally to a calibration issue.
yeah,
So I
guess
want you to really constantly in the game be bringing it back to the next neutral and who's strong and who's weak.
yeah.
Constantly. And I want you to just have a very clear picture in the game. Have a very clear... And the next neutral, that's not necessarily going to change, you know? It's not like Drake can spawn and then it like despawns randomly. But this is in terms of like your hypothesis of what's the next objective that you are contesting. And that can change over time. So you have to have like constantly an updated picture of that.
Yeah, makes sense.
Okay. So give that a go.
All right.
Wouldn't
all right.
hurt as well, I'll say, if you want to take it to the next level, once you have that hypothesis, trying to communicate a little bit more,
Okay.
just to take it to the next level.
Let me write that down.
Do you have any questions before you hop into your next game?
No, I just think that like my mindset is very much like, oh, as a mage, my job is to farm well and scale up and be strong in the mid game. And like it's not necessarily my job or like my role to be coming to like skirmishes all the time. Like obviously if the skirmish looks good, then I should try to be there, but like, you know, there's like kind of a I guess like if you compare like Silas to like Syndra, there's like a lower threshold at which like Silas is like really hungry for 2v2s and should like probably move to every single one no matter what. Whereas Syndra, it's like, oh, like if my like I should probably tend to my wave first.
I'd really recommend you try and find that uptime video. I'll try and find it when you're in your game. Because we
Yeah.
talk about exactly this. There are different types of uptime for your champion. Because uptime it's like I said, it's about fulfilling your champion's identity. So for a champion like Silas, it's about being available to those fights and those skirmishes, right? As Syndra, it's more about control. So instead of like you being available to the fight, it's more about you being in control to prevent Galio from moving there.
Yeah, I see, I see. So like trying to keep the wave pushed in, having vision and everything like that, and like it's not necessarily about like
Yeah,
going to every
being
single
strong
fight.
enough to contest the prio, that sort of thing.
Yeah,
Right?
okay, that makes sense.
And
Okay.
and then if you have that control, then you can move if the play looks good. But at least you're not letting Galio just take over these fights.
I see. That makes sense. Okay.
All right. So
Thank
give
you.
that a go. Hop into your next game,
Yep, will
and
do.
I'll see you after.
Perfect.
Good luck.
Thank you.
All right, Mr. Dest.
Hello.
I thought you had completely abandoned me here for the boot camp.
I just got started a bit early, so I'd have a VOD to review when we started.
No, it was great. It was great. It's a Smurf move by you. All right. So, what are we looking at here in this VOD?
I mean, I think I played the lane kind of just not great because I only had
The joke's on you!
Really strong. If we can get an early Drake on the Vlad here, that would be massive. We'll have to see if that's a possibility. Doesn't look like it. It's fine. Yep.
I feel like a better
much untapped power. People fear what they cannot understand.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift.
Oh, okay.
30 seconds until minions spawn.
I am in control.
Minions have spawned.
More. I can be so much more.
ally has been slain. An enemy has been slain.
I can be so much more.
You have slain an enemy.
People fear what they cannot understand. Let them try to stop you.
Enemy killing spree.
A whole world to toy with. This power is mine to command.
Oh.
Enemy rampage. An ally has been slain. Dominating. An ally has been slain.
This power is mine to command.
An ally has been slain.
My potential is limitless. By force of will.
Enemy double kill. Has been slain.
People fear what they cannot understand.
Oh shit. Oh my god.
Enemy killing spree. Your turret has been destroyed.
This power is mine to command. My potential is limitless.
An enemy has been slain. Enemy killing spree.
By force of will. I am in control.
Enemy rampage. Turret plating will soon fall.
I can do so much more. A whole world to toy with.
down. An enemy is unstoppable. Enemy double kill.
Let them try to stop.
Oh.
This power is mine to command. People fear this and understand.
Your turret has been destroyed. An ally has been slain. An enemy has been slain. An ally has been slain.
My potential is limitless. I am in control. More. I can be so much more.
Shut down. An ally has been slain. An ally has been slain. Your team has destroyed a turret.
By force of will. Let them try to stop.
An ally has been slain. An ally has been slain.
This power is mine to command.
Oh.
Your turret has been destroyed.
My potential is limitless.
Enemy killing spree.
People fear what they cannot understand.
Beat.
That's a brutal game, man.
Yeah, it was rough. That was a game where I griefed my level 1 also.
Yeah. Let's check it out.
I feel like I try too hard to be really aggressive at level 1, and then I get myself killed, and it's like really weird how that happens.
Mhm. Let's take a look. All right. Okay. All right. So we're playing into Lux here. Let's see how we can play this a little bit better. So, the first thing that kind of stands out here, I mean, there's already, there are a few layers here that we need to dig into. So, first of all, there's some kind of what I would call low quality movement going on here. Like, you're clicking back and forth, but I can kind of tell by how late you reacted there, you're not mentally prepared of the Lux E coming out, it feels like. You're just kind of clicking there. And then here, notice how long it takes you to kind of like pressure Lux for this E. We're just kind of like giving her these last hits. We're not using our Q. We're not pressuring her with that E cooldown.
Yeah, well, actually, I meant to walk up. That's actually why I start autoing her, because I'm like, oh, I need to pressure her while her E is down. Except like her E was already back up by then. I need to just like walk in a straight line to her, huh?
Where were you looking to pressure?
Like I start autoing her because I was like, I think that her E is down. I need to pressure, except
Right.
it's too late.
Yeah,
Like,
that's what I'm talking about. Like I would want to here.
like
I
just need
wouldn't
to
even
walk in a
bother
straight
like
line.
hitting her. Exactly. Yeah, I just walk up here, getting ready to cue her when she goes for these last hits.
Yeah.
And just really like just push her off the wave, because ideally she cannot auto the wave, right? Because we want to get the push. So if she doesn't have E, she shouldn't even be able to touch the wave,
Yeah.
let alone get last hits. And then yeah, here we just overtrade a little bit. She still has that. She had that E cooldown come back up. I see you're trying to dodge back a lot of the Lux E's. A lot of time they're kind of like over lean to the point where dodging back is just really hard. A lot of the time you kind of want to dodge them to the side or forward. Forward is usually not an option, but usually you want to like dodge them to the side. Yeah. I mean, well played from the Lux. Yeah. Okay. Drake is in 2 minutes here. Nice. Yeah, we're doing a good job in the trades here. I wouldn't really want to freeze too much, to be completely honest with you. Just given the fact that we also need our base as well. And if you freeze, you kind of like lock yourself in the lane a bit. Just something to keep in mind when you're freezing here. Oh my days.
I know, right?
She should still be dead here though. Great. Okay. Take our base. Perfect. No. Oh, it's a disaster. I see where you're coming from. You got a bit baited by the Viego. But you were spot on here. You should never touch this wave.
Yeah, I mean, it's pushing out anyway.
Yeah, it's just so bad tempo-wise. And you fuck your tempo, you have no TP, and you share a whole cannon wave with Viego. Not just the XP it looks like as well, takes quite a lot of the minions there, so...
Yeah, he taxes me really heavily this game.
Yeah, I would just try and ping him off there. You had the right idea. It looks like a really hard game already. So we'll go a little bit further. Drake is going to be out of the question here, given how strong enemy bot is. Diego dies.
Yeah, he takes some turret shots, and then he gets hit by and then he doesn't dodge Lux R on the way out.
Yeah. Alright. I mean, it looks like a very difficult game. Okay, take our base. What happened here?
Oh yeah, here I guess like the wave is like really really big because I'm like trying to pull the wave to freeze again. Maybe this is a mistake.
Yeah. What you can do here is you can just pull the wave like half under tower so that some of it dies. Because
Yeah.
you like on mages and a lot of champions in general, you very rarely want to pull like a full wave like this. Unless it's a very specific set of circumstances. Usually you just want to like hold one minion to keep it a bit more on your side because that gives you a bit more adaptability. Like you can build it out from that. You will deny it some minions because it's kind of neutral on your side. So you'll deny some minions and you're not going to take this much damage.
Yeah.
But the problem with pulling this wave is you end up taking a lot of damage. You have this, you need to base soon anyway, after all this gold, and we just now have this massive wave we have to kind of deal with. Yeah, and it's, oh my god.
53
It's such a tragedy.
I feel like yeah, maybe it looks like the problem is I try to freeze maybe too often and then I'm not freezing correctly.
I think that's definitely played a part this game. I wouldn't worry too much about certain things. It's a very hard game. I wouldn't overemphasize too much stuff. I would just really put emphasis on a few things. First of all, that reset, you had the right idea, but you should have just stood your ground, pinged Viego off the wave. The early trades, giving up so much pressure early, and just the matchup understanding and trading in general, was lacking in this game. And then the threat assessment of the first death. Past that point, there's not much value in looking at the rest of the stuff.
Yeah.
It was a hard game. Don't let it. I would just recommend like taking the learnings, moving on. Don't dwell on it too much.
All right. Cool. I'll shoot for the last one, I guess. It's gonna be fast.
Yeah, I wouldn't even mind if you do a fourth game. You got me here until for an hour and a half extra.
Yeah,
so,
yeah. All right. We'll see if we can squeeze it in.
If we fit in 4 games, we can absolutely do that.
Sweet. All right. I'll talk to you later then.
Awesome. Good luck.
Thank you.
The joke's on you! Deal.
Oh.
So much untapped power.
This power is mine.
All right. Flash start. Ignite Zoe.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift.
I am in control.
30 seconds until minions spawn.
Easily.
Minions have spawned.
People fear what they cannot understand. I can be so much more. By force of will. My potential is limitless.
Oh my god.
I am in control. Easy.
First blood.
This power is mine to command. Toy with. By force of will. My potential is limitless. People fear what they cannot understand.
An enemy has been slain.
Easily.
An enemy has been slain.
This power is mine.
Oh.
World to toy with. More. I can be so much more. My potential is limitless.
Killing spree.
People fear what they cannot understand. This power is mine to command.
been slain. Double kill. This battle is mine. Enemy double kill. An ally has been slain. Easily. Your turret has been destroyed. People fear what they cannot understand. Your turret has been destroyed.
My potential is enormous.
Oh.
I can be so much more.
Shut down. An enemy has been slain. An ally has been slain. Your turret has been destroyed.
I am in control.
Killing spree. Enemy double kill.
People fear what they cannot understand.
Your team has destroyed a turret. Your turret has been destroyed. Enemy is unstoppable. An enemy is legendary. Your turret has been destroyed. Your turret has been destroyed.
I am in control.
Oh. Your inhibitor has been destroyed. An enemy is legendary. An ally has been slain. Your turret has been destroyed.
Defeat.
I auto again, like she would die,
Hmm.
but I didn't auto at all.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
that's
could
a
have
fair
also just
point
waited.
also. Because you could, like, you didn't need to instantly W. You could have used it to, like, reset the tower, I guess.
Yeah.
And then just flash off. Yeah. Makes sense.
I also didn't expect to die to her like our Q Thunderlords
Hmm.
combo.
Yeah. The other thing I'm thinking is, like, let's say you have R here, you could also just R, do this, phase rush out, and then the R kills
Yeah.
on the back end. Just something to think about. Alright. Okay. Come back. Now gonna be in a somewhat rough position given Akali's damage now. Yeah, she fucking hurts. Yeah, cute. It's gonna be very difficult. Grubs are coming up in 13. Hopefully we can kind of sustain up a little bit before then. Hmm.
Yeah, I just pulled the W way too late.
Yeah,
Or the
I think as
her
well,
thing.
like just walking up to her is very, very scary here without pool.
Yeah. Oh, I guess I didn't have pull. Yeah, you're right.
So, top is kind of even. Bot is a little bit behind, not too bad. Jungle is quite behind. Am I seeing that right? Bear has not based for 9 minutes. That's crazy. Let's take a look at this one. Yeah, honestly, I can respect the decision to just stay mid there. Take the greedy option. Okay. I don't know, it just feels like at this point you're kind of just heavy trading way too much. It's kind of past the point in which you can like tank some of her damage and out sustain it. You know, like she hits like a truck at this point.
Yeah.
So the only thing we're kind of doing with these trades is we're just making it harder for us to like get our XP, get our gold, and just scale through the lane, you know?
So like what should I be doing? Like if you go back to before that trade, like should I have been doing something different with the wave?
I just take it chill. Don't, you know, fish for these Qs, like here for example. Don't fish so much for these Qs. Because it's just very, very likely that she can win the trade, even if she doesn't play it super well.
But I mean, if she's standing between like me and like a big wave and it's pushing into her, like, what am I supposed to do?
Well, that's a bit of a hypothetical, right? Because like here, for example, we did a completely fine job. Here, you could have stacked the wave a little bit more.
Yeah, went for like a two
Um,
wave crash, I
yeah,
guess.
exactly. That would have been your best bet. Here is just stacking another wave. That's the best way to prevent her from holding a wave, ideally. But if she does, then you kind of just have to respect that because at this point, like, you've already kind of you know, you've already made a lot of the mistakes, right? So you're kind of now in a position where, yeah, just given how weak you are, she can do that realistically. And there, you know, like in League, as much as it sucks, there's not always an answer for everything, you know. Right. Let's take a look at this.
I didn't expect her to eat back to her smoke screen, so
Hmm.
that was a big miss. Or a minion.
Yeah. Yeah. It's quite a well played trade from the Akali. I think there's a lot of, I would say like 99% of the mistakes or problems in this game have been caused by some level of matchup misunderstanding, like lack of matchup understanding.
The joke's on you.
So I think
Just
I've played like 88 Vlad games this season, but it probably means I've only faced everybody like once. Like,
yeah, if that.
so yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's understandable. That's fine. We just gotta look to see if we can do anything better. Okay.
And sometimes like for example, like there's a Fizz matchup where like I got beat and I posted in the MLA and got some help, and then like I didn't see Fizz again for 3 months, and then I just got beat the same way, and it's like, how am I ever supposed to learn?
Well, on those matchups, typically it does take a little bit more time. But even if you see a matchup, a common matchup, you're not going to perfect it in 2 games anyway, even if it's over the span of a week instead of 3 months.
Yeah.
Like, just because you identify a mistake doesn't necessarily mean you can fix it. That's the difference between like knowledge and execution. So I wouldn't worry too much about that. It's a process. It's a very long-term process. Let's have a look at this one though.
Like how long does it take to learn a matchup then?
I would say depends on the complexity of the matchup, but it can take anywhere from, you know, for a very simple matchup, maybe like 2 or 3 games to like having a high level understanding of the matchup can be as much as 5 or 6, 7 games. And that also really relies on you going into the game with a high quality hypothesis as well. So, yeah, I mean, this is a bit of a tricky fight. I would just say at this point, fight looks incredibly doomed. Probably don't want to go more here.
Yeah, it's just bad to stay around without my
Yeah.
ult or summoners.
There's just nothing we can do. You know, we're level 9 Vlad, haven't hit our first item yet. We don't really want to be fighting that Drake. Okay.
By force of will. This power is mine to command.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift. You 30 seconds until minions spawn. Minions have spawned.
People fear what they cannot understand. My potential is limitless. Just fools. A whole world to toil with. Let them try to stop me. I can do so much more.
An ally has been slain.
I am in control. By force of people fear what they cannot understand. My potential is limitless.
has been slain.
My potential is limitless.
Oh my god.
I am in control. Your turret has been destroyed. Easily. This power is mine. People fear what they cannot understand.
Oh.
Your turret has been destroyed.
So much more. Not be restrained. My potential is limitless.
An enemy has been slain. Your turret has been destroyed. An ally has been slain. Enemy rampage. turret has been destroyed.
I can be so much my potential.
Oh my.
An ally has been slain.
Let them try to stop us. A whole world to toy with. I am in control. By force of will.
Ally has been slain. Enemy double kill. Your turret has been destroyed. Your inhibitor has been destroyed. Your turret has been destroyed. Your inhibitor has been destroyed. Enemy has been slain. Your inhibitor has been destroyed. Shut down.
This power is mine to
Slain an enemy. Enemy double kill. Aced. A summoner has disconnected. Your turret has been destroyed. Your turret has been destroyed. Defeat.
Hello.
Yo, yo. How did the game go?
I played two actually because the other guy was in the middle of a coaching session, and I'm like feeding in lane. I don't really know level one, like early levels. I'm struggling a lot.
Mm,
It's quite bad.
okay. Let's take a look at these games. All right. Okay.
So, in
Zoe versus.
in general, I know that like okay, so it's like I have teleport, they ignite, so they're stronger, and I feel like
Yeah.
what I want to do is I want to kind of like trade and then like push a wave in, reset, and then like come in to lane with TP full health and
Mm-hmm.
lock them in lane. That's what I want to do, but I feel like I just get myself killed like while I'm like trading with them.
Hmm.
I'm like finding reset windows is really hard for me. Like I just really can't find them somehow.
Okay. Let's take a look at that. Interesting level one here. It's good that you're. It's good that you're quite high on the wave, but I just wouldn't give so much space here, to be honest. I'd
Am
just
I?
like try and fish for a Q here. Look to find a Q, and if it misses, you can like run away. If not, you could just stand your ground a little bit more here, to be honest.
Oh no, I don't want to do that because she has an electrocute. So
Yeah, but you have second wind, you have two pots, and you have TP advantage.
oh okay, I guess so. You're saying I should trade even if the trade is not great. I okay yeah yeah.
Even if the trade is not great, it's better than just like completely just like getting pushed out of lane this much. And by running the trade isn't it's not insane anyway, you know? We get by pushed out of lane. Okay. Yeah, I mean it was a good attempt timing the Q with the last hit. We just missed space mechanically. Wow, that's a miracle. Um, this is an interesting one. I mean, to be honest, I think there are a few things wrong with this. I think the micro is definitely poor, but I think there's also just an element of you not really understanding like the threat you're under. Because I think if you had a better understanding of like the threats that we had here, you would like you'd play the trade differently, I feel like. Does that make sense?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I guess if I knew that she could run me down, then I wouldn't ever get this close.
Yeah, exactly. So I think this was more of like a threat assessment issue. But there's definitely a micro component of the miss space as well. Yeah, just reset our TP. Okay.
Yeah, except for the fact that the wave, like I missed like a wave of CS. Actually, right now it's like I have a nice health advantage. I was able to spend 50
Mm-hmm.
gold in a pot and everything. So like now I actually feel like maybe if I play
It's like
smart,
nothing ever
I can bring
happened.
it back. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Okay. Take this wave a bit fast, but we're still able to slow build this here. Drake's in 1 minute. Very nice. Interesting. Okay. Alright, we get the wave crash. This is a good time for ward. Excellent. To be honest, I wouldn't even shove this. I would just keep this more neutral state. What's the point of shoving it?
I mean, I guess like I thought that Zoe is like resetting, so I kind of want to
Hmm.
push it so that way, you know, if she does take the reset, she loses the wave.
We already see her cancel though, right? Like here when you woke up, as soon as you see her cancel, we should just keep it neutral state.
Yeah, okay, I see. Yeah.
Because if we shove this, she can just kind of freely catch it under tower, not under really too much threat. But if we keep it more neutral, she has to watch all these minions die, or just take a base.
Yeah, I see.
Yep. Good awareness of your jungler here. Very early on the E. I'd much rather just wait till she uses W or my jungler is closer. So you can like chain the CC together.
I think it just
The other thing is like if you want to bait here and you like the play should be done for them once you use the E like this. It's like if you're trying to bait, then it's likely that they're less likely to continue, I feel like, after the E. Okay, very nice. Excellent. Now we just need to shut this out, take our base, beautiful. Be very strong on items here. So this is where honestly I wouldn't even mind calling. It's possible you guys could even do Drake here, to be honest. I have to be a bit opportunistic with it, but you guys are scaling very well, so we're not really in a rush to do any Drakes here. They're kind of a bit stronger in skirmishes early. Right. Nice. Oh, disaster.
Yeah, I missed my E here, which is really bad.
Yeah.
And then yeah.
To be honest, I just want to wait for the Belveth W.
Yeah.
I feel like Belveth W is just way more guaranteed than your E is going to be. Yeah. Man, that's a disaster for the game. So he gets a shutdown and we lose Drake. Alright. Yep. See this trade here. Definitely some threat assessment issues into the Zoe. Like here, we look. We woke up very very high here. In range of the Zoe Ari. Okay. Yep. This is what it is. Yeah, and this is where those trades kind of come to bite us in the ass here. Afterwards, where the objective's up, we lose some of that control. And then Zoe has like first move to the objective. This could go way worse. Nice, we pick up Zoe. Shove out this wave. Take our base. Nice. Let's take a look at the game here. So we've managed to get one grub. Top's really strong. Everyone's really strong this game. So it's looking pretty good already here. Drake's up in a minute. Yep, this is fine. Beautiful. Okay. Herald's in 1 minute here. So this would be a great time to get our base off. Beautiful.
Yeah, I think this is like the game-losing play right here. I
Mm.
feel like I can't back because my Belveth is on Rift Herald.
Mm.
And then I guess like yeah, I
Yeah.
got too close to the Briar, and then
Hmm.
I didn't realize until too late that like Vlad was gonna get there first, so I got sandwiched.
Yeah. I think, yeah, in this case, I'm just not a fan of this Rift Herald call. I think you just need to call this off. Primarily just because you guys are strong, sure, but Zoe Briar is a really strong skirmisher 2v2 at this point in the game. They're a lot stronger than you guys. And you're sitting on your first item as well. So yeah, here at regardless of top even, you guys just lose this 2v2
Yeah.
without the Vlad. So yeah. This is kind of what I'm talking about, where yeah, like as a mage player, you can't just go with the flow, you know? You need to be really in charge of the calls that are happening in the game. Because if you take a fight like that, the setup is suboptimal for your champion, it's just so hard to play. Okay. Go a little bit further. Want to see some of these objectives. Okay. Yep, as long as you don't die. Just gotta, yeah. I mean, the outcome of this fight is not the best, but it's not too bad, just as long as we don't die. We just can't die here. And again, I think there's another, like, definitely another, a lot of threat assessment issues this game. Okay. Alright, we shove out bot, get the tower, that's still fine. Go a little bit further in this game. See if there's anything else. Drake's in 1:30. Okay. Right.
I think this game is pretty over at this point.
Yeah. Yeah. I want to take a look at the next game. A little bit more context. What do you think about this trade here?
I mean, I was my E's down, so I really
Yeah.
cannot get hit. I can't let her dash onto me. I guess when my E is down, maybe I just need to back off. But like, it feels bad because my wave's pushing out, and then yeah, I felt like I needed to
Yeah,
like, pressure her.
I'm just not a fan of this because what Dinah can do is she can actually just E you here without Q. and she just wins that trade. If she EW auto Qs
Yeah.
and leaves, she doesn't actually need to Q you here. So even without the Q, without having E, this is always going to be a disaster. Yeah, it's kind of a surprise, honestly, because in your first game, I didn't really notice too many, like threat assessment didn't seem to be a glaring issue. But yeah, watching the past, like, 3 games back, threat assessment has really been, like, a massive problem in your gameplay. Let's take a look at this one. Like this, for example. This is a prime example. You know, like we use our E here. We have no Q, and we just walk into her E range, right?
Yeah. I guess like I'm really underestimating the range on Diana's E, to be honest. Like what I'm expecting is to get like poke off, right? Like I'm not trying to trade. I'm
Right.
trying to just like
Yeah.
get free poke on her, but like the spacing here is like not very good, and like
Yeah, and that's the threat assessment, right? That you're not assessing that you need to space properly, or that, you know, you're in her E range.
yeah.
Not understanding Diana's E range is threat assessment, right? Because how far her range is changes how much threat we're going to be under. So if you're assuming it's like a lot shorter, your assessment of the threat is going to be unrealistic. Okay. I mean, to be honest, I would have just liked to base a while ago. Like, as soon as possible, we need to get a base off. Because this is kind of the problem. You know, like, this is where we lose that control.
Yeah, I
Do
should
these
just like
trades and
accept that I messed up my lane and I needed to like lose some farm in order to be healthy in lane.
Exactly, yeah. And this is where, this is where as a mage, like, this is your time for impact. Having control over the Diana and being early to this fight, that's where you win a game on Syndrome. The rest is just kind of noise. Yep. We take our base. Nice. Come back. Honestly, not much you can do about that. It's not a great roam timer from Dinah, because we are able to punish her for that, so it's completely fine. Okay. Nice. For that kill. I'm gonna go a little bit further here, see if there are any other major trends going on here. Yeah, nice. Doing a good job into the set. Take our base, beautiful. Drake's in a minute 30, so that's a really good base timer there. It's a bit of a tricky one. Essentially what's going on here is you don't really want these conditions to fight. You don't want to really run into these champions like this. But what I would want to do here is I would just want to go back mid. I wouldn't really want to fight here. I just ping Nort off. I guess kind of you have to try and like back him up a little bit here, but you really don't want this. You just want to go back mid, push out the wave, and then force the enemy to react to you basically.
Yeah, I know what
Make
you
them
mean.
run into you. Yeah. And I think from this point, from what I saw, you just started dying quite a bit. Yeah. So, yeah, again, another incident of some threat assessment here. You get a bit tunnel focused on like the big QE, it feels like, and then you just disrespect the Hikrimar, the Sedar,
Yeah.
end up dying. Yeah, so essentially what you have one big issue and two smaller issues. You have one big issue of threat assessment. Out of interest, do you have a session booked for tomorrow?
I don't.
You don't. Okay, perfect. Yeah. So then I'll give you kind of I'll give you your takeaways to go forward after the bootcamp.
Okay.
We can wrap up. So for threat assessment, here's how I want you to work on this. I want you to, after each game, this is a post-game learning objective. I want you to go to the first 2 or 3 incidents. This can be blowing flash. This can be getting ganked. This can be dying, deaths. And in these incidents, I want you to make sense of them. So a great example would be Diana's E. You know, if you look at this game, you go to one of the quote unquote incidents early. Let's say this one. You know, like why did our threat assessment fail us here? And what it comes down to, if we make sense of it, is like, oh, I didn't realize Diana could E from that range. And so over time, by doing this exercise over time, you'll start to pick up on these things ideally before they happen, and you'll just have a better sense of the threat you're under at all times.
Yeah.
Does that make
yeah.
sense?
I guess like in this particular case, if I looked at this, I probably would have been like, oh, okay, it's like a micro mistake. Like I just like physically my mouse, like I could have spaced this better and like it would have worked, is what I would have thought.
Well, there's an element of the micro. If you had the same threat assessment but a lot better micro, probably would have worked out better. But yeah, fundamentally, you didn't really feel the pressure to play the micro in a certain way because you didn't have the threat to begin with.
Yeah, okay, I see. That makes sense.
The second thing is going to be your low states. And I'm going to give you all 3, even though I don't think you should work on all 3 at one time. You should probably just pick 2 of these, and we'll decide what to prioritize in a second. For your low states, really simply, I just want you to take the driver's seat. That's how I want you to think about it in your games. Right now, you're in the passenger seat, and that doesn't work on Syndra because you need the game to play in a particular way. So if you're in the passenger seat and you're letting your team drive the car, the bus, whatever, you're gonna go to a lot of places that you really don't want as Syndra.
Yeah.
You know, so at a certain point, you need to tell them to get the fuck out, get in the driver's seat, and take some control. You know?
Yeah.
And that's realistically like the best way to have impact on mages is it starts with a hypothesis. So this is going to be based around the next objective and who's strong and who's weak. And that's going to tell you what objective you can play for. And you want to be on the hunt for the next objective that you can contest and you can play for. And then we want to communicate. Communicate the hypothesis, whatever we figure out, and then just be early there. And that's the recipe for impact as a mage, realistically. Don't get me wrong, all of these skills have a lot of depth to them, but yeah, this is just what we need to do to really maximize our impact as a mage, because yeah, like a lot of the time this game you were doing things and following calls that just put you in positions that were not good for your champion.
Yeah.
Then finally, the third thing I'll say is, in terms of uptime, this could use a bit of work, right? Just your awareness of like when you have control, when you need to reset, that needs a bit of work. What I think you should do, focus on these two for now. Really focus on these two. These are the most important. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to send you right now a video, a lesson on the WTL website of a video about uptime. And even though I don't want you to focus on it, I just want you to give it a watch.
Yeah.
And
just be aware of it.
Just be aware of it, exactly. So I'll go ahead and I'll drop that in the VC text chat. So that'll just help you like bring it to the forefront of your mind. But
Yeah.
I don't want you to focus on it too much. I just want you to really focus on refining your threat assessment at the moment in the post game, and really working on your lull states, getting into the driver's seat, having an active hypothesis for the game, using your lull states, the information you gather in the lull states, then communicating that to your team.
Yeah. I feel like a lot of these things, like, trying to figure out what the next objective is, who's strong, who's weak, like pinging, being early.
Mm-hmm.
I've gotten coached on individual parts, but I think I've just been struggling a lot with like putting it together and doing it consistently. Yeah, I actually think that like with these games, a lot of what happens is I feel like if my laning phase doesn't go well, then I feel like I definitely don't feel like I have control. And then when I don't feel like I have control, I feel like I need to just follow my team and try to like help them as much as possible, because like I can't really do anything on my own anymore.
Yeah, it's a common way a lot of people feel, but I think just because your lane didn't go well doesn't necessarily mean you can't shot call or have a voice in the team.
Yeah.
Or that doesn't mean that it's not important that the game is played in a certain way that benefits your champ.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
That makes a lot
I'll
of
go ahead and
sense.
take a screenshot of this. So you have that. I guess you'll have the YouTube stream as well,
Yeah.
which is going to be handy for you, so you can go back and watch any part of this. Do you have any other questions, man?
No, that's perfect. Thanks so much. This is really helpful.
Beautiful. Love it.
All right.
Well,
Thank you.
I hope you had a good boot camp. Thanks
Yeah.
for coming by.
Thank you.
I enjoyed our time.
All right.
No problem.
Well, hopefully I can make it to the next one. All right. Cheers. Bye-bye.
I hope so. See you around.
What forms of knowledge are crucial to being good at TFT? The two categories that come to my mind are patch knowledge and fundamentals. Everyone talks about TFT fundamentals, but patch knowledge is the easy part. You just go to any tier list, memorize it, and you pretty much have 75% of that category taken care of. If you want a deeper dive, go to a data site and memorize that as well. Anyone can do this rote memorization, but knowing how to apply patch knowledge and combine it with fundamentals of TFT is much more difficult because learning the fundamentals of TFT is a bit trickier. It takes both knowledge and practice. If we look at the history of TFT, TFT has gotten more and more complex every single set, and the fundamentals that you need to know get broader and deeper knowledge is needed. The basics just aren't enough anymore. I do have to say though, we are going to cover a lot of topics in this video, and unfortunately, you do need to know all of them in order to combine them all together. Knowing just one or two of these is not quite enough, but luckily in this video we're going to cover all those topics, go in depth in each and every one of them, which will allow you to climb and improve at TFT. Let's start with line selection. In case you have not heard of line selection before, this essentially is just creating the structure for the rest of your game of what you're trying to play. You're essentially deciding which line to go down or which road to go down, which will then dictate the rest of your play. Line selection is one of the most important fundamentals to understand in modern TFT because the game has shifted away from strong standalone units like in earlier sets that lacked a lot of structure, such as sets 1 through 6. It's now more geared towards defined comps and augments that the developers balance around. This is why we have more things like vertical comps, as opposed to random 4 and 5 cost soups that we've had in the past. Of course, this is speaking in generalizations. There are still some comps that can play around standalone strong units, but generally those units are overpowered and the game is much more balanced around trait breakpoints compared to the past. This brings us to stage 2-1, where we have the augment phase, and this is the most popular spot to select your preferred line or game plan from there on out. This means at times we will know what we are playing for the rest of the game from 2-1, and some games you won't. Right now in TFT, there are 5 different types of augments. We have Econ, Item, Combat, Trait, and Hero augments. Each of these augments have their own set of pros and cons. Econ augments grant you access to a lot of money that opens up a lot of possibilities, but it doesn't offer any sort of direction in a lot of cases. With Econ augments, most of the time direction will come from what items you have, and you'll likely default into some sort of fast 8 line as you will be rich enough to hit your core 4 cost units on stage 4-2. If you got a reroll Econ augment, your items will dictate which comp you're going to go, and you'll have to decide whether you want to reroll for 1, 2, or 3 costs. If you get a really big Econ augment, or if there's just a lot of Econ in the game from a portal or just from gold drops in general, this excess money sometimes allows for fast 9ing, which is a whole nother topic, but this usually involves a high risk, high reward gameplay, and often requires a second Econ augment or maybe extra gold from a portal or maybe just gold drops in general, unless you hit some really disgusting Econ combo. Meanwhile, for reroll, when you reroll when using an Econ augment, it can be a bit awkward if you don't get one of those direct reroll augments